Hello there. Thank you for tuning in to Cave Chatter. We appreciate you all who tune in and listen and watch us on Spotify and YouTube. I'm here with Cameron and Brooks. How y'all doing today?
We're doing good today, Justin. Ready for this podcast. We're going to have some good stuff for y'all today, and it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, I'm excited because this week is my first fantasy draft of the season. Also happens to be our league draft this weekend. So that's what's got me pumped. Because I finally get to... I've got like all this energy built up. I've been going through all these rankings. We've been doing our rankings. We've been doing this show. We've been going over everything.
I've probably done 100 mock drafts this year already.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Draft week, baby!
Oh, it is draft week. We should do something special. I mean, not right now, obviously, but...
We are. We're recording for...
Oh, yeah, of course. This is the draft week special we got going here for you guys.
Well, we're doing a
Just
live
came up with
event.
it right now.
So we're doing a live event draft, and I'll be making us a draft movie. They can watch it on YouTube. It's going to look real cool. Behind the scenes interviews and everything.
Yeah, we got our own Steven Spielberg over here.
It's going to be good. I'm super pumped. I have a draft Wednesday, Saturday, and 2 Sunday. Finish strong.
Yeah, I've got one Saturday, one Sunday.
I've got 2 drafts this week, one Saturday. I don't know when my work league is. It's either Friday or Sunday.
Y'all cooking up something?
Yeah, we are.
Grilling up some hot takes.
No.
Those of you who don't know, Brooks sells grills. So
He's good at it, too.
And outdoor kitchens. If you need any help, come by barbecues galore.
Oh, there we go.
Awesome. So what we got for today on August 22nd is we will talk about injuries, some updates. We got one fan question that came in this week. We got to get more. We got to get more questions in, fans.
Yeah.
Send them in. I know once the season starts, we'll get a lot more questions.
Yeah.
Right now it's kind of a dead time. And then our big agenda today is we're going to talk about players that you need to avoid. Do not draft them.
Mm-hmm.
The deal or no deal. So we're going to get going on that. I'm going to let Brooks take it away.
Alright, so there was really no big injuries this weekend in football, so we're going to talk a little bit more about Dak's injury.
I'm so tired of hearing about the Cowboys.
Yeah. So, what you got for us on Dak?
So his shoulder, he's been throwing this last week in practice. He's starting to look really good. So we're thinking week 1 should be a go for him for sure.
Yeah, and he even said it, or I don't know if he said it directly, but there was these weird reports that came out on, I guess yesterday, saying that he's not going to be fully healthy maybe all year. Well, and the guy's coming back from a busted ankle. He hurt his shoulder in practice. When is he going to get fully healthy?
If you watch Hard Knocks too, nothing's going to make that man sit week 1.
Exactly.
He was pissed off when they even pulled him halfway through practice.
for Gary Gilbert. I know. I mean, and they're just taking him slow right now. But I think the main reason people are kind of freaking out is because he hasn't played in the preseason game, and the goal was for him to play yesterday against the Texans, and ended up not doing that because they just felt, there's just no need.
Yeah, hopefully he plays. DiNucci looks rough.
We're not going to talk about DiNucci.
Yeah, we're not talking about Ben DiNucci.
So, as far as Dak goes, until that first Thursday night rolls around, if he's not under center, at that point, I'll start to worry. But up until then, I've got no doubt he's going to be lining up under center in week 1.
Yeah,
Do you think?
I'm very excited. We're about 3 weeks away.
2.5 almost, pretty much.
It's game time. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to repeat back to back. For sure. Keep that trophy.
2.5 weeks until the season.
Oh, I'm so excited.
College football starts next Saturday.
Hook 'em.
Oh yeah, week 0.
Not this upcoming Saturday.
Yeah.
No, next Saturday is week 0.
So, before we move on from that, I do have a question.
Oh.
Say Dak, I know it's not going to happen, but say, hypothetically, Dak is out 6-8 weeks. Does Dallas reach out to Philip Rivers?
Maybe. I mean, no, because
No.
Dallas. No, because the Joneses are so hard-headed. They haven't cared about the backup quarterback position.
But 2 years in a row, Jerry Jones got to make a
forever.
change.
They just paid him. Whether you like it or
What's
not.
it going to hurt to bring out Philip for 1 year deal?
It wouldn't hurt. I'm just saying the Cowboys would not do that. That's just not something they do. The only time that they have is whenever Romo went down. Was it the year after the Cowboys lost to the Packers in the playoffs?
Yeah.
The following year, they brought in Matt
coach.
Castle
Pittman.
and before that, it was they ended up trading for Matt Castle and bringing in Brandon Weeden. So 2 guys who had actually started in the NFL, and I think that's the last time that they've cared about the backup quarterback position. I mean, Cooper Rush has been our backup for several years.
Why?
They don't care. The Cowboys just don't care about the backup quarterback
They have such
position.
a good team. If they just find an average backup, they can still go win.
Well, I think there's enough around the league that has proven that if your starter goes down for any significant amount of time, if you're not a complete team, meaning great offense,
What
great
about the
defense, when they win the Super, they were a good offense and a great defense. You have to have both. Cowboys don't have both. If their starting quarterback gets hurt, their season's over anyway, and that's the case for a lot of teams.
I disagree with that. They got Ezekiel Elliott, CeeDee Lamb. If they had a backup, they can make it happen.
Depends on the backup.
Yeah, I mean, if we had a decent backup, we could do a lot better but we just have these.
I was just thinking about it. Phil Rivers
Terrible
was sitting on his couch,
backups.
and he said he's down to come play. So
But I think he's coaching though, right?
yeah,
Like
he
high
said
school
after the
football.
season ended.
Well, high school season's not going to end till like November,
Yeah, I don't know.
December.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
Last thing about Cowboys quarterbacks is Quincy Carter. I think is in town this weekend signing cards at the Dallas Card Show.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
That's exciting.
you know Quincy Carter,
Gosh, I remember when Quincy Carter was going to be like the next big thing.
Michael Vick.
Didn't pan out.
Yeah.
Didn't pan out.
I can vividly remember where I was. I was like 7, 8 years old when they drafted him. I was sitting in my living room. I don't know why I remember that moment, but I remember them drafting Quincy Carter.
Yeah, I remember watching him play.
Yeah, I do, and but it's funny because like I can only remember like the good parts, like because as a kid I thought like the same thing. I thought he was gonna be like incredible.
Yep.
No, that was whenever the Vinny Testaverde, yes sir.
All right, well,
That's pretty.
No
much
more injuries?
it. I don't
besides
think so.
Waddle, but we won't go into that. I
No.
don't think it's gonna be too serious.
Well, he came back and played the next season or the next
Yeah.
drive,
Mm-hmm.
so nothing to worry about there.
Sweet. All right. Segment 2 is we got some cave nuggets. Those of you who have been following along, I am now. I'm like 3-0 against you.
Well, those of them who have been following along know that this is the honorary Daniel Jones segment.
I guess if that's what you would call it. It's a cave nugget to me, and
Yeah.
I wear that with pride. And I'm about to be 4-0 because nobody knows this one either. Are y'all ready for this?
Sure.
Alright. So, this week's Cave Nugget. Who had the longest throwing touchdown of the season last year?
Would that be in the air?
In
That
the
ball
air.
that traveled in the air?
That's called a throwing touchdown.
Okay, but
No,
if I
after
throw
the
it 5
catch.
yards down the field
After
and they
the catch.
run,
Longest touchdown.
just period.
Period.
I'm trying to think of.
Y'all trouble Googling.
Nah, it's just.
Brooks did. Brooks just did. Jeez.
No, I
we're
wasn't
just
typing.
pretending. Yeah, we're just pretending.
Alright,
like
yeah.
we
We're
were.
Astros fans too.
Whoa, we don't talk about the city of Houston on this podcast.
Very true.
Alright, well,
Okay.
do you need to play the Jeopardy theme song? Or
Yeah, maybe. Just a little.
Do.
If I wish this were like who had the longest run of last year, because I know the answer to that one.
Yeah.
But for longest pass last year, Justin Herbert.
Of course.
I don't know the answer, so I
Just
I'm wearing them. I know that's not the answer because I was just watching some Justin Herbert highlights recently, and that was not a part of it.
all right, Herbert locked in.
Jalen Hurts.
All right, Hurts locked in.
Brooks.
If you get it right, you know you googled it because
Got anything?
I'm just trying to think of
those
a
wheels are spinning up there right now.
Oh, Derek Carr.
Ooh. Oh, Are you talking about the play against
Well-
the Jets?
Well, you're almost close.
Okay.
So you locked in? Hurts?
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
Hurts?
Whatever.
Carr?
I know it's going to be a bad quarterback. That's
Well,
all I
you're
know.
there. You're there. You're almost there. Kind of. All right, that's locked in. Derek
Yeah.
Carr. So, your one and only, my homeboy, Drew Lock.
Exactly.
92 yards.
I told
The
you.
Jerry Judy
I almost said his name.
touchdown against the Raiders. So against Derek Carr. So you're there. Almost.
And we were both there. I picked a
And
bad quarterback.
side nugget. So you got your nuggets, and then you got your little nugget over here that you forgot about. Is Jerry Judy that's the longest touchdown catch by Alabama receiver in the NFL
History?
Yeah.
Now
Ever.
that can't be true.
ever. Yep.
You tell me Julio Jones has never caught a 93-yard touchdown?
No.
Amari Cooper has never ran it that far?
There you go. Now you are 2 times wiser than you were before.
Well, I'll take a half point because I said it's going to be a bad quarterback, so I was right there.
Well, we agreed on that.
Drew Lock looked great this weekend. So
I root
I
for
get a
Drew
half
Lock.
point because he was playing the team, I guess.
That's true. We both get half points. I got a half
Oh,
point last
man.
week,
You
so
don't
now I've
get a
got
half
1 point for the
point.
year.
You don't get a half point.
You picked the Eagles quarterback too, so I'm gonna let JR know about that.
Yeah. That would have been a good thing if he had the longest touchdown. That would have been a good
Probably
Eagles
against
stat.
the Cowboys.
Probably. I don't know if I was.
There you
even
go.
watching
I was
the
really
games.
pumped about my cave nugget today. I was texting the guys saying, "I got a good one." Y'all think that was pretty juicy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Next
Flag
week,
town,
next week, do the longest run of the year though.
Probably not.
Raheem Mostert?
No, it was Ronald Jones.
Ronald Jones, yeah, that's right.
I had him in my lineup in both my leagugues
He
that
did.
week.
He helped you out a lot last year.
Oh yeah, Ronald Jones was great until the very end of the year, whenever Leonard Fournette became this.
Yeah.
We're not gonna talk about that anymore. It pissed me
So
off.
that's my cave nugget. Moving on, we're gonna end up leaning on to Cameron with this week's recent news. Anything
It's again just gonna be some kind of like little preseason notes, just things that I noticed over some of the preseason games that have been happening this week. There's gonna be a couple with one game in particular. And that's gonna be we're gonna be looking at the Jets. Their game last week.
Jets.
So one of the big things to come out of that game, and I believe I touched on it last week in one of our episodes, Corey Davis continued to be Zach Wilson's favorite target.
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We're gonna have to stop talking about people in this league or in this show because people went and picked him up in some of my leagues
Yeah.
because of our show.
hey,
And I mean, obviously, it's good that they're listening to us, but
when you're right,
I
you're
really
right.
wanted to pick him up.
You're
After
right,
this
you're
week.
Yeah. So 2 preseason games, right? Corey Davis has ran 13 routes in the 2 preseason games.
Mhm.
He's had the ball thrown his way on 10 of those 13 routes.
Yeah.
That's
And
insane.
there's no one else there.
No, they've got some other guys, but like obviously once the regular season starts and everybody's healthy and everybody starts playing, that number's going to go down. But that amount of volume that you're seeing right now early
Mhm.
with Zach Wilson, a rookie QB, clearly having this veteran wide receiver
looks
in there
good,
who he
too.
really likes, and Corey Davis, who he's had some good years in Tennessee, but probably hasn't reached his full potential as a wide receiver in the NFL yet. And I mean, Zach Wilson's looking really good too. So
I like Zach
the
Wilson.
two of them could be a really good combo.
I might take him in our dynasty.
I was gonna say Zach Wilson might be shooting up my rookie quarterback
He did.
rankings.
I actually dropped who was it? Will Fuller today and picked up Zach Wilson.
Maybe a decent move there. Maybe a little bit of a foreshadowing there too. Another note from that game. Sorry, Justin, because I know on our last episode
Yeah.
you had this guy pretty high on your overall rookie rankings. Michael Carter.
I know. I've already drafted him in 5 leagues.
Yeah. So we were really high on him,
Mhm.
before the preseason game started because there was a lot of good talk about him coming out of Jets camp. But after last week, what did you say? He played some special teams.
Yeah, if you're on kick return, I was worried. I didn't drop him yet. I still have some hope for the guy. I'm not going to make some crazy drops before the season even starts. But I am worried.
well,
He's
yeah,
not my starter, so I'm not too worried. But I really want the guy to do well.
Yeah, plus, we were going over this before show. Tevin Coleman is there now too, and again, he's a veteran running back coming from Atlanta. He obviously has been in the NFL for a while, so if they're looking for consistency from the position, then obviously Tevin Coleman's going to be their number one pick first.
He did have the most yards, though. Carter did.
He did, but that was whenever, not with the starters.
Yeah.
Tevin Coleman still got the majority of the snaps with the starters. So as far as he goes, if you're looking for the fantasy aspect of, kind of this news that I've got for you, if you're in a one-year league, Michael Carter would be a very, very risky pick. While I think we're all kind of in agreement here that, middle of the season, late in the season, he could take over that starter role. You are going to have to be very, very patient with him because it's not going to, I don't think it's going to happen early in the year anymore.
I do have a theory, though, is what if they're testing Coleman because they already know what Carter can do? Because they saw, I saw everything he said about him doing camp. It was all good news.
Well, you got to play the games.
Season starts and
you
he
got to play the games.
Starting reps.
Well, Tevin Coleman, like I said, he's been in the NFL for years now. Tevin Coleman's a proven veteran back, so I wouldn't worry about that.
Just threw another touchdown. Those two now. We're watching the game right now.
Yeah, he started out pretty slow. My last little note is going to be coming out of Miami. It's again about Myles Gaskin. I don't want to kind of pat myself on the back for our rankings from Monday when I said I would avoid him. But again, it's really, really shaping up to be a running back by committee in Miami.
Yeah.
And that's not good for Myles Gaskin.
That's how many quarterback sucks.
No. No. Tua's going to be good this year. We're not going to do this again.
So I kind of agree with Gaskin now, too. So that's why I'm really upset with myself.
Yeah.
But I agree, it's a good update. The last update I have, kind of throw on there, kind of just put some salt on it. Jamar Chase has been struggling. And I've drafted him in every draft so far. And I really thought the guy was going to be dominating, but he had three targets?
Three targets.
Friday?
Yes.
And he dropped all three? Very brutal.
Yeah, I was actually at work on Saturday during that game, so I wasn't able to see it. But when I first saw that post that we had on Instagram saying that he had 3 targets, no catches, 3 drops, that really hurt. Obviously, if you listen to our podcast on Monday, whenever we were going through our rookie rankings,
Jamar was high.
I got him as my number 1.
Yeah, he was my
number 1 rookie.
I think he was my 2 or 1.
So that really hurts.
What do you think, Brooks? Little Bengals fan over there.
Yeah, Jamar Chase fan.
What was the question again?
Thanks. Jamar Chase. Should we be worried or not?
No.
Okay.
He's a great wide receiver, and
But why is he dropping balls from a quarterback that he caught for 2 years at LSU?
he's having a case of the yips.
I just had the 1 year.
1 year?
Yeah. Again, the big thing is obviously it's still preseason.
Yeah, it's just hard.
It's kind of like where if a guy you like has a bad game, you're like, okay, it's preseason, he'll be good by the regular season. If a guy, you don't like has a bad game, he's awful.
But it's even scarier, though, because he's a rookie.
Well, I was going to say that's why it doesn't concern me. It's his first taste of the NFL. It's his first training camp.
Just nervous.
Yeah, might be.
Yeah. Well, we'll move on. We do have one fan question to answer. I'll let you and Brooks handle this.
Mm-hmm.
It's from Sean Denny. He asked us, basically he told me he's been doing some mock drafts, and he wants to know Courtland Sutton or T. Higgins, because he's been seeing those two go back to back to mock drafts.
I think that's a pretty easy one right there. I think Courtland Sutton being more established is going to definitely be my choice, especially with who we were just talking about. Jamar Chase, being in Cincinnati. Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there. And I'm actually looking at my wide receiver rankings right now. I do have Courtland Sutton about 3 spots ahead of T. Higgins. If Cincinnati hadn't have drafted Jamar Chase high, if they would have done what they should have done and drafted a lineman, then I if Jamar Chase wasn't on the team, I would have T. Higgins still really high. But the fact that T. Higgins, I think currently is technically still wide receiver 2 over there.
Yeah.
But early on, middle of the season, he'll be wide receiver 3. He's still a really good receiver. I still like him a lot.
Yeah.
He definitely has the better quarterback.
But there's Boyd.
But
Chase.
Tyler Boyd, and so that's why I also have Cortland Sutton over him. Cortland Sutton's got higher upside, especially as much as I knocked
Who else is in Denver? Judy.
Jerry Judy.
Jerry
That's the main thing.
and Noah Fant.
No
Fan.
offense.
There's someone else there too. One more receiver. That's what's his name?
I don't know who you're thinking of.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah.
Keep going on.
But all I was gonna say, even though I clown on Drew Lock on here, I don't think he's a very good quarterback. He does throw the ball well deep, and I think Cortland Sutton does a really good job of getting open deep. He's also a really good physical receiver. He separates well, so there's not a lot of tight windows that Drew Lock is going to be having to throw to anyway.
It's Tim Patrick, which he had some upside last year.
Like a slot guy, right?
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Speedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think we're consensus Cortland Sutton over T. Higgins.
Yeah, so deal on Sutton.
Yeah, although it's not a huge gap. I think you could be happy with either of them. But, if you got your choice, I would take Sutton. Yeah.
I agree. So there you go, Sean. There's your answer. I advise you to follow us on that and use our expertise.
And let's get some more questions in.
Yeah, we need more questions. I think once the season starts, it'll be coming up.
That might be turning into my favorite part of the favorite part of the show. Anyways, is the fan questions. So I'm enjoying that. I want to see more fan questions.
Yeah, so that's the reason we want to do it. We want to be able to give some feedback. I did have one more question come in.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of just like a statement. Somebody was freaking out about Dak, whether he needs to pick up another quarterback, and I told him he needs to just sit back, relax, and let Dak take over week 1.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
But next is we're going to talk about our stay away from.
Well, hold on. I want to do my rankings from what y'all went over Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Real quick.
Rookie rankings.
Not real quick, but
yeah,
we sneak this in here.
Did y'all go 5-1 or 1-5?
We went 5-1 on our rookie rankings.
Yes.
Okay. So my number 5 is Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My number 4 is Devontae Smith. So I've got the 2 Alabama players back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Number 3 is Najee Harris, another Alabama player. Then 2 is Kyle Pitts and 1 is Jamar Chase.
Okay, I think I had Chase at 1 too. Pitts was my 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, Pitts at 2.
I didn't have Waddle anywhere on there though.
I had Waddle at 6, so but then again, like I said, my 5 was Javonte Williams. So, if we were doing this week, I'd probably flip them. I might have Waddle at 5.
Me and Cameron had all the same guys, just kind of different order.
Yeah.
So I didn't have Waddle on my
No,
top
because
5.
you had Michael Carter at 5.
I know, I'm talking about the same players though through our 1 through 5.
No, because I didn't have Carter at 5. I had Williams.
That's right.
Yeah, it's easy to get them confused.
Yeah.
Both North Carolina guys.
Yeah.
But okay, so one more time, right through.
1 Jamar,
Mm-hmm.
2 Kyle Pitts,
Mm-hmm.
3 Najee Harris, Devontae Smith, and Jalen Waddle.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I think kind of the takeaway from our rookie rankings is it's not too difficult to see who like the top 5, 6, 7 guys are in rookies.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you don't have to do much digging, if you're worried about that if you're in a dynasty
We had a
league.
pretty solid rookie class this year.
Yeah, this is a good one too.
None of us had Trevor on there, right?
I don't think we did any quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's just kind of obvious.
They're their own.
Yeah.
I would put them in their own little category right there.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, so now we let Brooks get that out of his system. I know he's been dying to tell y'all. We're gonna lead into do not draft, also known around here as deal or no deal. You'll be hearing that around or no deal. That's kind of gonna be our thing. We're gonna go around and tell us basically how we agree with certain discussions. First
So
one.
If we agree, deal. If we don't agree, no deal.
Correct.
Yes. If you're listening at home,
Yes.
that is the rules of deal or no deal.
So,
No money on the line here, though, unfortunately.
there's money on the line.
Oh, okay.
But in the future, I might when I beat you on fantasy.
Maybe.
So, I'll let Cameron start. So we're gonna let me let the listeners know. We're gonna pick 3 players each and talk about why we think they should not be drafted. And then at the end, we'll decide whether or not we agree or disagree, also known as deal or no deal. Take it away, Cameron.
So my first do not draft player right now is going to be old TikTok himself, Juju Smith-Schuster.
Oh man!
As if that's not enough of a reason right there. The guy cares more about what he looks like off the field, but that's not what I mean.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to start on that. Ezekiel Elliott has a tattoo that says "Feed me."
Hey, that's branding right there, my man. You gotta do what you gotta do. But to be serious, the reason I'm not taking Juju Smith-Schuster is he's wide receiver 3 on a team that's going to be very balanced in how they use their offense. Obviously, he's got Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool, who I see are firmly ahead of him.
Yeah.
I don't worry about that. But also, they've got Najee Harris, who they drafted highly this year. So they're going to want to run the ball a lot. They've got a good offensive line. And then on top of that, they've got Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback, which is another reason why you should be running the ball more.
Yes.
So all those put together I'm staying away from Juju, even if he's, maybe the best player available on the board at the time. I'm probably going to look elsewhere in terms of when I'm drafting.
I'm going to have to go with deal on that one. I agree.
I agree, deal as well.
Yeah, we're just going to throw it in there. No deal.
Yeah, no deal. You're not drafting.
No deal. No, I'm not drafting.
Come on, guys.
My bad.
Justin, just throwing that in
Well, I was
there,
agreeing with
messing it
you
all up.
as a deal.
Yeah.
So, no deal. I think we all agree no deal on
Wait,
Juju.
Yeah.
No deal means don't
he
draft.
messed it up.
Yeah, he messed it up.
Justin
Yeah,
Wilder did.
no deal.
So the consensus on Juju Smith-Schuster?
No deal.
No deal.
Just think of the ball, dude, when he says
All right. Am I still going or?
No, we'll move on to Brooks.
Okay.
One by one.
Alright, so my first player is someone who was just mentioned by Cameron, Big Ben.
Oh, yes.
I mean, he is big, old,
Oh, man.
can hardly move
He
it.
needs to retire.
How long do you
He's
have?
got about 3 seconds to pass
I-
before he's hit
I
because he
just-
cannot move.
I just want to go on. Why have they not drafted a quarterback besides Mason?
They've got
Rudolph?
Mason Rudolph, who's
He
a,
sucks.
They drafted, was it Dobbs? Josh Dobbs?
They have Josh Dobbs as well, the guy with no eyebrows.
Oh, yeah, out of Tennessee.
Are they just
Yes.
that scared of Big Ben that they don't want to hurt his feelings?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like the Packers drafted Jordan Love, the MVP quarterback, but the Steelers haven't drafted a quarterback.
He wasn't an MVP after that season. I don't know what MVP, not MVP.
MVP,
Yeah.
but he still had a solid year.
Well, I think to them, this is how it is in the NFL sometimes. He's been there forever. Like, what are you going to do? He's won them a Super Bowl.
Pack his bags and say, "Here's the door."
Look, I would too, but,
Freaking Colts did it to Peyton Manning.
They only won 1 Super Bowl or 2.
Ooh, was it two?
No, they lost to the Packers.
Yeah. Well, they
Go
beat the
back,
Cardinals, and they
That's it.
lost to the
Green and
Packers
yellow.
at Cowboys
Green
Stadium.
and yellow, green and yellow. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Easy, baby.
I saw something. Ben Roethlisberger. He's got too many nicknames and a bad name.
Big Ben.
He had one of the worst average depth of targets last year, meaning
Well, he's a
the guy does not throw the ball down the field. Yeah, right. Okay.
I get him confused with the lineman sometimes when he drops back.
Yeah, and especially if the linemen were able to change their numbers this year, you'd
Right.
never be able to figure out where Big Ben
Dude,
is in there.
When he hurt his elbow, oh my gosh, he got huge.
Wasn't that like a fake picture or something?
No,
Or like he was like wearing 3 sweatshirts?
I don't know. He was big.
I don't
All right,
remember
we'll
that.
move on from
He had
that.
a big old beard.
But
All right.
I think we all agree, no deal on Big Ben.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he brought it up, so
So, no deal.
Oh yeah. No deal. Sorry, we were talking about it a little bit earlier. I was
deal.
saying how big.
No deal on
Whatever.
Big
I'm
Ben.
not even gonna say his
Leave the
name anymore.
man in the free agency.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, he could be a 1 week plug-in. Sure, if
Yeah.
you're desperate.
Maybe if you have two as your starter.
Maybe he's playing Green Bay.
Oh, or maybe he's playing the Cowboys.
Next, me.
Mhm.
I have Devin Singletary on my do not draft list. Just because, obviously, I'm not dogging on Singletary. I think he's a great running back. But I just don't trust last year seeing the Bills give Moss a lot of carries. Singletary got no love. I had both of them, and every week I was wanting to strangle myself on who to start,
Yeah, never knowing who to play.
never knowing who to play. So I just decided this year I'm not going to draft Singletary. I'm going to draft Moss and just go with my instincts. So there you go.
Yeah, there's nothing worse as a fantasy football player than the word running back by committee.
Yes.
The phrase.
You never know who to start.
It's just awful. And
Same with quarterback.
no, I mean,
Yeah, last year with Fitz and Tua, I had no idea what was
well,
going on.
okay, yeah, but that's rare. But you see it all the time. There's 2-3 teams every single year who have just a running back by committee. It's just
Yes.
whoever's playing the best that week, whoever had the best practice, that's who's
Patriots.
going in. Patriots are very famous
Something to
for
show.
it.
They crapped on his career.
Yeah, there was that one guy one year, Jonas something.
Yeah.
He had like almost a, was it like he had a 200-yard game. The next week they benched him.
Burkhead start. Yeah.
Yeah. So for that reason, yeah. So you said Singletary, right? Not
Yes.
Moss.
I drafted Moss just because I just think last year they showed Moss a little bit more love.
So,
If you ever watched Baller, show me the love.
did you say no deal, Cameron?
Yeah. So I would say even for both of them.
Both of them.
I'm not touching either of them.
Yeah.
I would say deal. So, last year Devin Singletary had 50 more rushes than Zach Moss and
Yeah, but that
about 300 more yards.
But about halfway through the season, that swapped. That's why Singletary was heavy load beginning of the season.
I think he's still going to be the number one running back in Buffalo, in my personal opinion.
We'll see.
Okay. So
What you got,
back to me again. All right. So my number 2. I don't want to do this to him, but my number 2 is going to be Raheem Mostert.
Fastest
And
man in the league.
I love that guy. I remember picking him up one week in fantasy and him going off for like 200 yards and scoring like 2 80-yard touchdowns. Whenever he, came up and became one of the better running backs in the NFL. But last year just really kind of showed more of what he actually is. He was hurt a lot last year.
And they put the mustard on the ketchup. Sorry.
What?
Little mustard joke.
Oh my god. Well, if you're still there somehow, we're talking about Raheem Mostert. Apart from his durability concerns, because like I said, he was hurt a lot last year, they also have some really good backups on the team. Trey Sermon, who's a rookie that they got out of Ohio
He's
State,
having a big year.
who has had a really good camp, who has looked good in the preseason. They also have Wayne Gallman, who they got from a free agent from the Giants. Also have Jeff Wilson, who played a lot last year for them. And Kyle Shanahan over there loves just, again, a running back by committee type thing where, he loves just picking the hot hand. Whoever looks good that
Also,
game.
which
that
everyone's
week.
not hurt since
Exactly, which everyone's not
San Francisco
hurt.
gets hurt.
Whereas, Mostert has a really high ADP right now. I think most of them, or, depending on which kind of league, what you play on, it's anywhere from like 60 to 70 on his ADP. Ugh, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go no deal on Mostert also.
Yeah, I agree, no deal. I think with the running backs they have there, including Trey Sermon, who I love the way he runs the ball, I think Raheem Mostert's going to go way down this year. I would agree, no deal.
Yeah.
And I hate
Well,
that.
the follow up on my mustard joke. I'm a dad, so I got dad jokes now.
I don't even know that was a dad joke.
That's
That
why I'm
was
wearing my best dad
it
ever
was just
had.
a bad joke. Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't a dad joke. It was a bad joke.
Bad dad. I kind of like bad mom.
Oh yeah, you want to make a movie? I don't think that movie would go the way you think it would. I think about like the Bad Moms movie.
Yeah, I thought the mustard joke was funny. So,
You're the only one.
Brooksy.
Okay, so my number 2, a lot of people probably won't agree with me, but listen to me. It's Joe Mixon. Here's my thing with them. They have no offensive line.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I've had him on my team for years now, and it just seems like every year he's just a letdown. He averages 5 to 10 points a week at the most in a PPR league.
And then he gets hurt.
He doesn't catch passes. He's always hurt.
Yeah.
He's just,
Mixing into fixing.
yeah.
Ooh.
Or their own line needs a fixing.
Well-
I love Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase together, but we should have taken a wide receiver. Peak my Bengals jersey I
Yeah.
have on.
Is that
They
Carson
should've taken
Palmer?
a-
Is that Carson Palmer?
Oh, okay. I forgot about old Carson Palmer.
No,
It's Joe Burrow. You should have.
Joey B.
You should have.
I got Action Jackson.
You should have done the custom and do it like the LSU one with the EAUX on it.
Yeah.
You can buy that actually.
I got my favorite.
But a Bengals one.
Oh yeah,
That would be cool.
I got my favorite running back.
I actually have the LSU one at home that says Burrow EAXU
Yeah.
Yeah.
or EAUX.
So I'm gonna have to go with deal on Joe Mixon. I think he's having a big year.
So,
I think it's comeback season.
well, I agree with everything Brooks said about their O-line being awful. They were one of the worst O-lines in the league last year. For whatever, they should have drafted a fat boy. They should have protected Joe Burrow. But
Yeah.
They wanted Jamar Chase. I'm gonna say deal, but I'm also not very high on him. I would still take
So you're
him,
gonna
just
take-
not highly.
So if we're going off the game show, you're gonna say deal like at 100 grand, not 20 grand.
I don't know how we can relate this to the game show itself. Like I said, I'm not taking Joe Mixon high. So for that reason, I guess I could say no deal.
That's the main reason I'm talking about. Like I would not
And-
draft him in the first 5
Well,
rounds.
Relative to his ADP,
But
then I'm no
relativity
deal.
to this segment though, it's do not draft at all.
I would not draft him personally.
So
for my-
I'm going.
Because I've had him
deal.
on my-
I'm drafting
Yeah.
Mixon all day. I
Who?
think I'm saying deal.
Mixon.
I'll draft him. I did draft him. I think this season's gonna be a comeback season for him.
Good luck.
They got 3 weapons as wideouts. He's gonna be the undercover cop. Take it to the end zone.
I don't know where you're trying to like come up with all these catchphrases.
I know.
I don't know. So yeah, okay. Well then, deal.
See,
All right,
I
Justin.
persuaded Cameron. Next, I got Miles Sanders. The dude just every year, I think he's just a heartbreak. Boston Scott has been looking good too. Have y'all been noticing that?
Old Bosty Scott usually plays pretty well for him.
Yeah, and I think with Hurts, he's gonna take a lot of the carries away from Sanders because he's mobile, and he's gonna let it air out a lot more. So I think that's gonna hurt Sanders a little bit. And I just don't trust the guy. Every year, I feel like he's huge. His name's big in fantasy, and then once again he ends up on everybody's bench. Would y'all agree with that?
Yeah, yes and no. I still think he's a really good running back.
But is he a good fantasy running back?
He can be, yes. The only thing, again, you mentioned Boston
in a
Scott.
deeper fantasy league, yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
A deeper, but he wasn't even top 22 last year in running backs.
What
In
you have his
attempts,
final
in
ranking?
attempts.
Oh, in carries.
Yeah.
Well, do you have his total?
His total?
Yeah.
I do.
He finished
he was
last
21st
year. I mean, that's still really good.
with 165 carries.
That's
Well, his workload should go up then.
What did Joe Mixon
He only had
finish?
He only had 6 touchdowns.
Well, Joe Mixon was hurt.
Yeah, that
last
doesn't even count.
year.
I'm
Joe
talking about.
Mixon finished 49th.
Yeah. With Boston Scott's been looking good.
They also added Kerryon Johnson
They did.
from Detroit. Who
I didn't know that.
Who we talked about. Monday.
Yeah.
We thought he was going to be so much better than he actually was.
Yes. So maybe this is a real life for him. Who was it? Reggie Bush left New Orleans and actually had a good career after that. So where'd he go after?
Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Reggie Bush, yes, he did.
Was it Detroit?
Yes.
Yeah, but he actually had a decent career after that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
who knows? Maybe he just didn't like playing in Detroit. I wouldn't.
Who would?
Yeah.
Okay, so Miles Sanders.
What was that, Brooks?
I was talking to myself. Sorry. Watching football.
Yeah, Miles Sanders. So, Cameron, your third one?
Well, we didn't do our
We didn't do
deal.
deal or no deal yet.
Oh,
So
I
obviously
figured
for
we
you-
all agreed with me.
Oh no,
No,
Miles Sanders
not at all.
deal. Yeah,
Yeah,
Miles Sanders
deal.
deal. Sorry.
Wow.
He's
Y'all just dogged on the guy.
No, I didn't dog on him. I was
That's-
agreeing with you that it might be a tough situation, but he's still the best
He's
running
gonna be
back.
a
in the
top
world.
20 running back this year.
JR,
Yeah.
take that in. Cowboys fans.
Yeah. Also, yes, I'm trying to get some good favor with Jr.
He's gonna be better than Joe Mixon.
No.
Now, that's a bold take. I like
Yeah.
that, Brooks. We might have to
We're
write.
gonna
We're
definitely.
gonna have to write that one.
We're gonna
down.
rerun that one because
Write that one down.
Yeah,
Write
yeah.
it down.
I'm
I'm
writing down.
predicting it.
Okay,
Okay, week 6, we're gonna have this discussion.
yeah, we're gonna. Oh, that's a good. I like what you did there, Brooks. We're gonna have at some point. We're gonna have a bold take segment. We're gonna
Yeah.
write all them down, and it's gonna all be fantasy related.
That's a
And that's going on there. I like it.
bold move.
But I can see it. I can see it. Okay, so on to the third one now.
Yes.
So my third one, if you live in Houston, Texas, please close your ears.
Shout out to my cousins.
My third one is the entire Houston, Texas offense. I'm not touching them with a 10-foot pole.
Deal.
Deal,
I am not-
and more deal.
I
No,
don't
no,
want a
sorry.
single.
No deal.
Thank you.
No deal.
I don't want a single person on the Houston, Texas team. They are the most dysfunctional organization in football
No
right now.
deal,
A.
no deal, no deal.
B, they had one of the worst offensive lines in football last year. They didn't do anything to upgrade their team. They still have Brandon Cooks, who
Who'd they draft?
They did something to upgrade their team.
what? Add Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah.
No, to be the backup. And look, I think we talked about this on a previous episode. I've always liked
What about
Tyrod
QT?
Taylor. Kiki, I do like Kiki QT.
He actually won me 2 games last year.
Bad offensive line, average to below average starting quarterback.
David Johnson.
Terrible team as a whole. No. They literally have. Here, you want to know their running backs right now?
David
Johnson, Philip Lindsay, and Mark Ingram.
Those are 3 studs.
Yeah, they're all going to get 5
10
carries.
years- 10 years ago.
They're all going to get 7 to 8 carries a game.
Where did Lindsey go out in college?
Denver.
No, college.
Oh, college? It
'Cause
was.
he was high on
It was
the
like Denver or something. It was somewhere in Colorado, not Denver.
No, it was
Yes.
not.
Philip Lindsay went to Colorado.
Philip Lindsay was supposed to be the next up and coming. And he just
Well, no, he was just.
he went to bed in Denver.
He was undrafted.
He went to
Colorado.
No, he did not.
Justin, I'm looking at it
He was
right
born
now.
in Denver.
He went to
University of
Colorado Boulder. Is
Shout
that-
out to Colorado Boulder.
Is that the actual Colorado?
That's a magnet school in like Colorado.
Yeah, exactly. And he was
So
undrafted.
Houston traded their first 2. They traded for a tackle.
Oh yeah, Laramie Tunsil. Remember they
Philip Lindsay
traded
was
That's right. Okay, yeah.
who Laramie Tunsil, I'm looking at it right here, had one of his worst seasons last year.
Gas mask.
He finished as the 28th ranked left tackle last year, which does that sound like it's worthy of 2 first round picks?
No.
They're not a good team. They're not going to be good all year. I said it in a previous episode.
Hey,
They might go
I
0-17
saw-
this year.
I saw Parker McCollum say Tyrod Taylor on Twitter. Tyrod Taylor's going to take him to the playoffs. So
I
if you're a
would
Parker McCollum fan,
I would bet every single dollar that I've ever made in my entire life that they will not make the playoffs. So
We'll see.
I've got $5,000 that the Texans
We'll
won't
see.
make the playoffs.
the Gold Chain Cowboy disagrees with you. So
Excuse me?
Parker McCollum, Gold Chain Cowboy,
No, I'm not. That's such a weird thing to know. and
Texas
say.
country, living in Texas. That's a weird thing to know.
His nickname?
That's literally the name of his newest album.
Oh, well there you go. That's all you gotta say.
All
I like his music.
right, Brooksy.
All right, so wait. Deal or no deal?
We all agree.
No deal.
Okay, good. Thank you.
If I had my button, I would slap it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Brooks.
you're up.
You
Your
don't
third one.
slap the button for
Yeah,
no
you
deal.
do.
You
You close the
Case.
case.
It's you didn't
Thank
even know
you,
what no
Brooks.
deal or deal was.
But yet he knew more about the show than you
You
do.
should be saying deal for agreeing. That's what.
Yes.
no, but no deal
Oh, no,
on
it's-
drafting.
It's deal for the
Yeah.
draft.
Will Fuller.
So, Will Fuller.
I do not believe in him at all, and I think
I disagree.
he's
Speaking
a
of the
trash
Houston
wide
Texans.
receiver.
What? Trash wide receiver. He's one of the best fantasy receivers last year until he got popped for PEDs.
I wonder why he was one of the best wide
Hey,
receivers.
they don't leave your system. What do you
Do
think?
you not
There's-
remember who was his quarterback?
Yeah.
Tua.
No,
He's
Deshaun
trash.
Watson was his quarterback.
He plays for
I know.
Miami.
You said, do you not remember who his quarterback?
No, I said
Is,
you know.
Now, yeah, it's Tua, but
It was
guy you
last year
hate.
too.
no, it wasn't.
He got traded in like a week.
No, he didn't. He was a Brooks. He was at Texans all year last year.
How much you want to bet me?
Brooks, I wouldn't take that bet.
Brett, bro, bet me a
I
grand
wouldn't
right
take
now.
that bet,
One
Brooks.
band.
Bet.
One band.
No, Brooks, no, don't take that bet. He was in Houston all last year. He got traded in the offseason.
I had him on my team. Guy took me to the playoffs, and then I was pissed. That's why I picked up QT, baby. Won me a championship. Kiki. Represent.
I will agree with you on Will Fuller though. He's wide receiver 2 right now. Probably will be wide receiver 3 by the end of the year with
With
Jalen
who? Waddle's not going to be wide receiver 2.
Yes, he will be.
He's
Waddle is a much better
He
version
got
of
hurt
Will
his second
Fuller.
NFL game ever. He's soft.
Preseason?
Crimson Tide soft.
Did you see the play that happened?
No, I watched it. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to be
Fields,
soft to get hurt
Fields
by that
didn't come
play.
out.
Here's the
though.
thing about Justin. He has certain players he likes, and he will fight for them till the end, even if it's a trash take.
Will Fuller.
Example Will Fuller. So I think I will agree on Will Fuller, and I will call him a no deal. Also, Miami signed him; they didn't trade him.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Oh, I was just saying.
Oh, I knew.
You said traded.
I'm gonna say deal on Will Fuller. Pick him up every league you
course you
got.
did.
He's gonna win you a championship.
I don't think so.
Watch and learn.
All right, who
Guys
is
are balling.
your final player?
The worst receiver ever. I'm just kidding. Joke. But he is the worst letdown ever. AJ Green. Because he should have been so much better than he is. He just keeps getting hurt.
What do you mean compared to what?
What do you mean compared to what?
You said he should be so much better than
Well,
he
he
is.
just
What do you-
had
like
such
as
a-
a career?
As the last
Last
three
few
years.
seasons?
Yes.
Okay.
He's been a letdown.
Well, yeah, he's been hurt.
Yeah.
Also, the Bengals have been a dumpster
Yes,
fire.
exactly. But AJ Green just had so much promise, and it's just been like he's getting worse and worse and worse. Keeps getting hurt, and a lot of people think him going to Arizona is a saving grace, but I think it's just going to be the same story. So, with that being said, before y'all just crap on him, I think he shouldn't draft him. If you see him getting some more throws, receptions while the season's going on, maybe pick him up. Don't waste a draft pick.
So, you said a lot of people think that Arizona will help revitalize him?
Yes.
Well, then I am a lot of people.
I get that. 'Cause if Kyler Murray was in this room, you would basically hug the dude and never let go.
Thought you were going to go a little somewhere else with that. Thank you for not. I do like Kyler Murray. I think he's a great quarterback.
He's
I also love DeAndre Hopkins. I think he's a great wide receiver.
Kyler Murray should have went to MLB. Just so you know, if you're listening to this, Kyler.
If you're ever listening, take the NFL money and don't ride the bench in the
Well,
minors.
same with Mahomes.
So
I got a base hit off.
I played a
Mahomes,
hit.
so you know.
I played against Kyler Murray freshman year. I was not impressed.
I agree that, or I don't agree. I think AJ Green's going to have a really good year. Maybe not a really good year.
How did you play against him?
But I think, guys, what are we doing?
he was like in 5th grade.
AJ Green will be having a good year. So I do like the bounce back ability from him. I would draft him. So for
He graduated
AJ
the same
Green,
year you did.
No, he didn't.
He's a year younger than.
He
Who?
graduated 2016 or 15.
Kyler
Yeah.
from high school.
Yeah, he wasn't my age. But I don't know.
We're
We're gonna talk about AJ Green. Anyways, I did get a base hit off Mahomes though.
So
My pride.
AJ Green, Brooks, deal or no deal?
No deal. I love AJ Green.
No, deal.
Oh wait, yeah, sorry. Deal. I agree. I love.
We're gonna have
AJ
to plaster.
Green.
We're gonna have to plaster this on the board on the
No,
wall.
we'll get it down.
Deal. You will draft this player. No deal. You will pass on this player. Ooh, here we go. Okay, so is that all three of our all threes?
Well,
I think
yes, it is. AJ Green's my last one.
so. Okay. I
So
think.
you said no deal?
No, I said deal. I'm
We
drafting
said deal.
AJ Green.
You would draft AJ Green, Cameron.
Yes.
Yes, I would.
I thought
Well,
you
no,
knew
I wouldn't
more. I really
because
thought you knew more. When I brought you on.
I would, but I'm gonna already have DeAndre Hopkins on my team, so no, in that sense, I would not draft AJ Green.
I'm gonna steal Hopkins from you just this year, just for you to just take it.
Well, it depends on what pick you get. I'm gonna call you an idiot.
You're gonna take Hopkins first round.
Depends on what pick I am.
Well, I'll do it just to spite you.
In what league? Is it a
Any league.
10-team league or 8-team league?
Our 18 league.
Then I don't know that I'm taking him in the first round. If I have the 8th pick, I'll take him in my first round pick, sure.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up?
I'm gonna take him before Cameron does. Don't
Stop
worry,
it!
guys.
This is the problem that we have in our league, in our friend group league, is I fall in love with these players, and then people are some a-holes and know that I love these
Hey,
players,
if he's
and
still
will take
there
them
in
from
the second
me.
round in the second round for my pick, I will take him.
Oh,
Not
well,
to-
yeah.
Not to spite you, but
No, that's a great
Just so y'all
second round
know,
pick.
first round.
Justin Herbert, you
I'm
better
taking
not take
Aaron.
him.
I'm taking Aaron Rodgers.
I hope you do. In our dynasty
Well, I'm
league,
just hoping you. I'm not telling you who I'm taking. I'm playing the inside game.
we don't even know our positions yet, so
Well, that's because my commissioner sucks, but that's a different story.
it's coming from the guy who Justin got thrown out as commissioner of our league. That's how bad he was.
No, I had better things going on in my life.
no, you are a terrible commissioner.
Because
Yeah,
I
never
had
do.
practice and games. Well, I couldn't take care of all y'all's complaints. Unreal.
You don't play games in the fall.
Yeah, you do.
You had practices.
Yeah, and inter squad.
Practices. Oh, them
Class.
tricky
Oh,
inter
I-
squads.
I'd actually show up to class.
Those tricky
You know
inter
how hard that
squads,
was?
man.
Anyways,
What degree did you graduate with?
baseball. I
That's-
did.
That's
Here
not
we
a
are.
degree.
Switching.
So, what else we got
conclusion.
left?
That's all we got. So we're gonna go. So my three were Singletary, Sanders, AJ Green. Cameron, you had.
And I think I only.
Those were all trash takes, so we both said deal on.
Well, I said no deal on one of them. What was it? Say them again?
You said no deal on Singletary.
I did, yeah. I won't
Okay.
take him either. And then my three were Juju, Raheem Mostert, and the Houston Texans. Offense.
Mine was Big Ben,
That's a
Joe
baller,
Mixon, and Will Fuller.
Yeah. I said. Who's your first one?
Big Ben.
Yeah,
I agree
no
with that
deal.
one. So no deal on that one.
A no deal, a no deal.
So well, that's all we got.
I do have one insight. If you're thinking about who to draft in your upcoming drafts, pick
Mhm.
Justin Herbert. Right here.
Action Jackson.
Take this guy.
I already drafted him. Come
He's got
back,
this
season.
New Jersey in. He is my new favorite quarterback.
He's gonna have a MVP season again.
Now again, I will bet you money on that.
You talking about Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow?
He said an
If
ACL
Joe-
season. That's it.
If he could still hit, if he could stay healthy.
Action Jackson. It's gonna be a comeback season. Running back. He's gonna have a good one. I really am ready for it. So, but
Go Chargers.
moving forward, conclusion. We will
Go
be
Cowboys.
looking forward to our draft day.
Yep.
It will be live. It will be hype, and I will take home the trophy this year.
And that's this Saturday,
This Saturday,
August
live.
28th.
Facebook,
Oh, we're doing
maybe
Facebook Live.
Instagram. I don't know yet.
So, official time has not been announced yet. Likely somewhere between
Like I
8
said,
and 9 o'clock. It's more of
Because my
a.
commissioner sucks.
We're playing it by ear. We're doing it out at a undisclosed location that is habitable by many people. That there will be.
Okay,
don't know
I
where I'm
just
going
think,
with
when do I
this.
get to find out my draft pick?
Maybe the day of.
No, that's awful.
No, it's not. That's how.
What if the real NFL teams were like, "Hey, we found out your draft pick today"?
Are you really comparing us
I am.
to the
I'm
actual
just as good as
NFL?
the NFL
You should
team.
do a mock draft from every pick like I do. Every time I
Ooh,
mock
here we go.
I've already done
If
that.
you were a good fantasy
But
GM,
I'd rather.
you would
I
do
didn't
that.
even know.
I don't need to know my pick. I know I'm gonna win no matter what.
Yeah, me too. 'Cause
But
I
you
know.
haven't won
I already know
games
who I'll take
out.
in each.
Alright, well,
Okay.
anyways, moving on. Conclusion to this whole thing
Mhm.
is be ready. Saturday, live draft. Listen in, comment, watch it, Snapchat it. I don't care what you do, but it's going to be a live event. It's going to be hype, and I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. So, before that goes, I'm Justin.
I'm Cameron.
And I'm Brooks.
And I'm out. Later.
Peace.
Peace.